need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like with Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Kerry. I'm the cold truth, Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything mooey, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Basket Robin shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving. Look, ma, no hands, telepathic. I can make things move. I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.
Welcome everyone to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. I'm hosting for us today. As I just see behind the scenes, Foul just came in right in the lick of time, so I will do the introduction. Hey, no problems whatsoever. Again, we're in the slow periods right now. Not too much to talk about right now. I mean, we could talk some baseball, obviously, and I'd hate to bring it up with the crooked commish chilling in the background, but also a lot of Cubs fans on the comment box as well. But what is that, 9 in a row that they've lost now?
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
That team is a roller coaster, let me tell you.
What?
Struggling. Absolutely.
What?
Don't be hating, Commish. You know it's true. While the White Sox team is still winning. And hey, we could talk a little baseball, but we have our own baseball show. We don't got to talk a lot of baseball. We could probably break down a little bit of the NBA playoffs as well. I don't know how many people were watching that New York Knicks Cleveland Cavaliers series, but talking about a team who just absolutely gave up in the Cleveland Cavaliers. They just laid down and played dead for almost that entire series. It was an absolute embarrassment to watch that. But still, Chicago sports. And we are going to still talk a little bit about the Bears. We got OTA'S coming up, got a couple injuries, and we are going to break down a little bit on this freaking dumbass cheesehead who just got arrested for some domestic battery abuse and all that shit. That's going to be a killer for the Packers organization to try to find out what's going on there, let me tell you. But other than that, hey, hit it, Commish.
You are now rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but honestly, they don't know shit.
These summer league games and they tell you about these new up and coming coaches.
I think we should get rid of every motherfucking owner in Chicago.
Enzo and Caruso, both when they are on the court, are like your defensive generals.
But they need to get that strong safety who's not scared to hit somebody.
They really don't know shit.
We're getting there. We know some shit. We could break down a little bit more scheduled talks, break down some OTAs, break down some injury updates. But right off the bat, let's just bring in some of the all-stars here. I only got one all-star in the back. I'm guessing our boy JB running a little bit late right now, but he'll get here. But let's bring in the one with the foulest mouth in the city, Foul Mouth C.
What up?
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all feeling?
Oh, man. Football season's getting closer, man.
Yeah, we in the dog days, man. The dog days. The summer coming up. Ain't going to really be too much to talk about. The OTAs are today.
But I think they got 3 days of OTAs. I know a lot of people tripping about a couple of our defensive backs probably not there this week. That's okay.
There's a good amount of them that aren't going to be there. It's just like
it's voluntary. A lot of veterans, they don't feel that they should be coming to this shit anyway. So
if it's training camp, I'd be a little bit more worried or something like that. But OTAs, it is what it is.
Yeah. So we want to invite people to come on into the show, talk a little bit with us.
Oh, we're always going to invite that. You guys know we'll put the link on there once we get everyone in here, and you guys can come on, say your piece, say how you feel.
Yeah,
we'll get that going. I mean, what to talk about first? I mean, we could talk a little baseball right off the get go if we want.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong talking a little baseball.
Never. Actually, you know what? Since it's just you and me right now, let's bring the mastermind of the Chicago Cubs from the backstage in to talk a little bit of baseball before we get JB on. Commish, bring yourself in.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Is the glasses, like Ray Charles type, like where you just don't want to watch the Cubs anymore because they are playing some shitty ass baseball?
Yeah, no, I know. I don't want you guys to see the tears behind, the glasses there, because it really has been a fucking big disappointment and whatnot. So ever since that series against the Sox, man, just like Smokey, man, they ain't never been right. They haven't been right since, especially PCA with all the errors that he's been making in the outfield is just very unlike him.
I mean, he's not hitting it that well either. There was an interesting take, and I want your take on this. I was listening to, I forget their freaking names. The guys who do 104.3 now.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't really remember their names, but they were breaking down and I mean, this is not a knock on the Cubs or the Sox, because in my opinion, the National League Baseball this year is way better than the American League Baseball. That is clearly obvious. But can you name a clear-cut all-star for the Chicago Cubs right now?
The only one I would really kind of hang my hat on, and that's Nico. And that's just because he's still been solid at second base, making great plays there. He's got a great glove. I know his hitting numbers are a bit down, but out of all the hitters that they do have, he's been the more consistent one out of that bunch. So
that's fair.
But on offense, like I said, Nico's really the only one there. Bregman's been a really big disappointment. Thought he was kind of coming around there for a minute, but
he just shaved his head, probably try to break out of his funk.
I mean, at this point, Council has finally decided to switch up the lineup, which we've been begging him to do, to bring up some young talent. And that first day, he kind of just had him sit there and watch and stuff, and which didn't really seem to help, because even when he did get him in the lineup, they really just don't have any momentum. They just can't find to buy a hit at all. So I mean, like I said, it's a bit frustrating. It's very frustrating, but a bit surprising, just as far as a complete 180 this team has done.
It is. I mean, like how you said, I mean, they won 10 straight, then they went and lost 7 straight. And then they went out and won, I think, 11 straight. And now they lost 9 straight. It's just holy crap, talking about inconsistency here. But we do got our other guy backstage. Let's bring in the other all-star of the team, the stat man, who knows every stat known to man. Let's bring him in, JB.
Fellas, what's going on?
What's up, sir? How you doing?
Doing all right.
I'm just celebrating Frank's birthday here, so
Yeah, my last year,
birthday,
man. My last year in the 30s. I'm 39 now.
Now you're one of us. Congratulations.
Relish the moment.
Agreed. So yeah, we were breaking down a little baseball to start off the show, and I mean, I brought Crooken in there to break down the roller coaster team, which is the Chicago Cubs right now. It's just it's disappointing. It really is disappointing. And I mean, when you look over at the South Side, and I wanted to bring that up to you because you named one all-star that is a probable all-star, should be an all-star. The White Sox have 4 all-stars in my opinion that could be all-stars.
Yeah,
you got
Montgomery and Murakami for sure.
Yeah, those are the for sure. But then you got the pitcher. He's second on the Cy Young votes right now, or a young pitcher who grew up in Illinois. After his first outing, he has been untouchable almost. Like he,
I believe
in his
he has a
first-
under 2 ERA. It's like a
1.96 ERA.
Yeah, which is
Like, he's an
ridiculous.
all-star too, and I mean, it's exciting for the South Side, and I think because we're still not in first place. I mean, I think we're a game out of first place right now.
We
you guys are 3.5 back.
Yeah,
we were
back. One game over 300. One game over 300. One game over 500.
But the biggest thing is this team was supposed to be one of the worst in baseball. Right. Most people pick them to be one of the worst teams in baseball, and they're outperforming like crazy, in my opinion. They're making it fun, and I love when they talk about to the White Sox players too, and they're straight up saying, "It's like, this is the most fun I've ever had." You got to have fun when you play in baseball, man. You have to.
The Sox are definitely one of the MLB darlings of this season for sure.
Uh-huh.
So good for them. Murakami's been everything that I think the Cubs were hoping to get out of Suzuki and stuff. So, good for you guys.
You got that out of Suzuki your first year, so we're just hoping consistency with this kid.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite.
He's got a killer
Kami's going like he's hitting the cover off the ball.
He is.
So Suzuki had his moments, but I don't think anywhere near as big as this one. So, and then ever since then, it's just been inconsistent with him. So, does awesome with runners not on base, but then when runners get on base, he can't touch.
So he's kind of like Aaron Judge. When it counts the most, he's non-existent.
But you know what? That's funny you mentioned that, because when you got Suzuki and he was supposed to be like Ohtani-esque or whatever, and then he hasn't lived up to the billing, but then PCA had kind of made a splash last year, and now, like you said earlier, Kirk Bregman, it's like none of them are hitting at the same time. It's either one of them is hitting and the other three aren't. Like, they're not all clicking at the same time for some reason.
Baseball is a team sport, man, and you got to all be clicking around at the same time if you want to win baseball games. One person ain't winning you baseball games.
I agree, and my biggest gripe.
When you look at their standings, though, they're not bad. They're still, their division. Y'all can't beat the Brewers.
I mean, not too many teams can beat the Brewers, though. That team is ridiculous.
No, but that's definitely one of the more frustrating ones, because you take their manager thinking that's the brains of the operation there, that you're kind of taking out of the machine there, and they shouldn't function quite as well or as crisp without the brain there. But
I mean,
apparently his understudy.
When we went out and got Matt Nagy too, though. Let's not forget, we thought that we took the mastermind behind the Chiefs.
Right. No, that's true. But his understudy there in Milwaukee ended up taking all his knowledge, or learned very well underneath them, and kind of kept that machine rolling there. So, I mean, the Brewers to us is your guys' twins for sure. And and now I feel like almost the Brewers are more of a pain in the ass than the Cardinals have been as of late, because before in the past, the Cardinals were always that thorn in the side to us. But now it seems like the Brewers kind of have taken that place. And don't get me wrong, the Cardinals are still right behind us as well. So it's not like they're in the basement. So definitely, like I said, definitely been peaks and valleys with the Cubs, and the valleys fall deep into the abyss, man. It's not fun being there.
Yeah, and it's about winning series. And it's like, when you look and it's like, damn, we done lost 4 out of the last 5 series. That's when you start eating up, because it wasn't that long ago the Cubs and the Dodgers had the same record.
I love him too, Jana. Just so you know, I love him too.
See, Janan, you are loved. I told you, babe. You are loved.
Thank you, Mama.
And then what about a former White Sox doing very well in Atlanta, Chris Sale? Atlanta is moving.
I'm happy he's back. He's able to break those injuries he's had those past 4 or 5 years where he couldn't stay healthy. He's a monster right now. And he's up there in age now, too. He's got to be 35, 36 years old, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's up there. He's got that Maddox thing working. And then Crook, one of your old guys, Kyle Schwarber, leads the league in home runs. I hate that the Cubs got rid of that guy.
I think a lot of Cubs players hate that they got rid of that guy.
And then just breaking right now, Cubs have officially made it 10 losses in a row. Like I said, they only scored 1 run, 12-1. Like,
can't blame your pitching for that.
No. I mean, Ben Brown.
You did give, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you give up 5 runs in the first inning, though? That really is a momentum killer.
No, but the game before that with Ben Brown, he pitched a hell of a game. Went 6 innings, only gave up 1 run, and they lose 2-1. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, the bats with this team is in the damn fucking freezer right now, Lake Michigan in the wintertime. Like, they cannot buy a hit. I don't know what they can do or what Council can do at this point. Like, I know he's the good cop in that coaching staff, but I don't know if there's a bad cop in that coaching staff.
No, you need a voice. And I don't know if there's I don't think there's a bad cop on that team too. I mean, maybe PCA has the potential to be that bad cop, but if he's one of the ones playing bad too, that's not helping either. And I mean, I got to give a shout out to the other little Japanese sensation that we had in his first game yesterday, that 5'6" Japanese kid who played. Got his first hit in his first game, and he threw out 2 guys at home plate, I believe, when they were trying to test the arm. Like, one of them, he said in the broadcast too, which is kind of funny. That first one he threw out at home plate, he threw it so hard his shoe fell off. He had to put his shoe back on after he threw the ball. I was just like, the little Japanese cannon, 5'6". But shout out to him as well.
I like that. He's making sure he leaves nothing behind it. You know what I mean? He's putting it all behind it. So good.
That was like, and I'm not don't want to compare him, but that was like an Ichiro throw from that outfield. He just threw a freaking laser.
Yeah. So, like I said, Sox are definitely the talk of the town in Chicago when it comes to baseball. So good for them. They deserve it. You guys were definitely the laughing stock there for the last few years, and it's never fun being kicked when you're down and stuff. So it's nice to see that you guys finally able to get up.
I always find it funny though to see how well the Sox are playing the year that what's his name agrees to sell the team. Reinsdorf agrees to sell the team, and now the White Sox are winning baseball games.
Like you said, it's that classic major league moment there.
It's like how Foul says in the announcement: "Fire every motherfucking owner in Chicago."
Yeah.
What? It's still one of those.
I wish you would sell the Bulls too.
What? That's not happening.
Right,
it's pretty entertaining watching the White Sox. They're actually down right now 2-0 to the Twins, who's right there in third behind them in the Central. So, I mean, White Sox baseball is good. For right now, I'm hoping that they can continue their success with what they got going on. And they got a couple guys that's supposed to be, I think, coming up soon from AAA. I think like the kid Brandon Montgomery is supposed to come up.
They still got another really elite pitcher too in AAA.
I think he may reach the big leagues too. So, I mean, like you said, the Sox right now are the darlings when it comes down to Chicago. As far as baseball, they are doing their thing right now, and I hope they continue success. They don't have to, go on like 8-game winning streaks. As long as they just continue to win series, that's all that we worry about. Anything that they do so far will be a plus. Them winning is just a plus right now, because I wouldn't go all in if they're getting close to playoff time and then start selling out prospects. Nah, just go in there with what you got and see what you do.
All right. I mean, that's fair enough. I was just about to ask that if it comes down to it, you guys are fighting for a playoff spot kind of in the thick of it, and you need a closer or some shit like that, or another bat. Do you go out and get it, or do you just stay put and still can just stay patient, I should say?
I don't think it's this year. I don't think it's this year you're going to be doing that type of stuff.
Right.
I don't think – I mean, it could happen. Who knows? I mean, they're playing good baseball right now. They're having fun, but – 162 games.
I think you do. But right now, with being a game over, flirting with 1 and 2 games over 500, we're basically treading water. But so are the other teams in the division. So if you have a chance to strike and take the division and guarantee yourself a playoffs berth,
get yourself hot going into the playoffs, man.
And then get yourself hot going into the playoffs. That would be the recipe for success.
Yeah, well, the only thing about that is that if you do that, you're going to be losing a major prospect. And let's be honest, the Sox, if they do end up getting close to playing the playoffs, they were expected to be dead last in their division, one of the worst teams in baseball. So you already overachieved. I wouldn't give up
Not this year.
A young prospect for just this 1 year where, this is basically just anything that you're doing this is just a bonus year right here. Get ready, keep my prospects coming to next season and see what we got. Because hell, you would have gave up prospects, and let's just say next year you shit the bed. Now you gave up prospects and you still don't look good. And then on top of it, come to think about it, why would you? Because for the simple fact you got one of the lowest payrolls in baseball. So I mean, if you really want to,
you're not thinking like the man that's signing the checkbooks. That's why.
Well, but the thing is, but
if you plan on selling the team, sell it at its height of where it looks
already. The team is already sold. That's the thing. The owner just doesn't come in.
It doesn't get announced till 2030, but it is already sold.
Yeah, it's already sold.
Is it moving to Tennessee, or that's still up in the air?
No.
It's
that was nothing but Reinsdorf doing that shit. That was him.
Reinsdorf sold it, and that's pretty much what got him forced to leave.
Because Matt Ishbia's brother, the Phoenix Suns owner, is supposed to be the one that purchased the team.
So we got a question coming in from Lorenzo. What do you guys think of the Sox manager? I guess how he's doing this season.
I like what he's doing.
He's managing it very well.
I mean, tell you the truth, is he not one of the candidates up there for Coach of the Year?
Manager of the Year, yeah.
Manager of the Year.
Start off the season, with the expectations that were given to him and what he's
probably
doing.
top five.
Is he gonna get it? No, I don't think he's gonna get it, because to get it, I feel like you do have to get into the playoffs if you're gonna get it. But
not necessarily. I mean, because you're talking about a team that, let's just say they missed the playoffs by one game. You're talking about a team that literally was supposed to lose damn near close to 100 games, and they didn't. I mean, we just saw the Boston Celtics coach just won Coach of the Year.
Yeah. I mean, I think it would, if you have a baseball team that goes out there and wins like 100 plus games.
Yeah, but that's my point. He did it without Jason Tatum. You talking about a manager that took a team that's supposed to lose close to 100 games, and like I said, they're a game out of the playoffs. Why wouldn't you not give it to them?
Because
how big of a turnaround is that?
And you're right, that is a hell of a turnaround. But I also would look at the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, because that's not been a household name team either. So he would be somebody that you would have to look at.
But he hasn't had he hasn't managed the team where they lost 100 plus games. What was that? 2 years ago? Maybe last year.
They've been good either. The Rays, because last year it was Toronto and Seattle made it, and then the Yankees, of course. Boston been down for a minute. You haven't heard the Rays in a while. So Rays
ain't bad like hell. They've been more relevant than the Sox have recently.
That's not saying
that
much.
Ain't saying much. That ain't saying much at all.
No, it's not.
I know, but it's not saying much, but it's helping my case.
Yeah, I feel like the way he's playing, I mean, he's gonna get votes. I mean, he's gonna get acknowledged, and his name will be in there. But I don't think he'll get it. I like how
they would have to go on.
How Dunze's dad was just saying right there. Like I feel like if you didn't make the playoffs, you just missed the playoffs or something like that, then you might be nominated for it. But the Whites, I mean, it's still way too early to say. Yeah. I mean, maybe the All-Star break we could make this decision on if it could happen. But yeah, it's way too
and
early.
I think if a team wins like a ridiculous amount of games, like 120 games, or goes on some tear like that, then
that's not happening.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
I don't see a team winning 120 games. The Braves might not have one that wins 100 this year.
Yeah. I'm just throwing out, like I said, usually teams that win an absorbent amount of baseball game or have a really good season like that, the manager is nominated for Coach of the Year, even if they were expected to be good.
Usually one of the better teams, regardless. If they get a huge win record, they're going to be the ones who get it. I mean, I believe the White Sox manager will get acknowledged for it, but I don't think he'll get it because of that.
Well, he's already getting acknowledged for the turnaround. He's already getting that buzz.
It's too early.
Talking about but we talking about like the Rays, who they ain't even lost 20 games yet. You know what I'm saying? Like a team like that nobody expected them either. And then you look at the regression of Toronto, the Yankees nipping at the heels, and what a storyline. The Tampa Bay Rays keep the Yankees, the Broad Street bomb bullies at bay and stuff. Like the thing kind of like writes itself. And then Seattle has lost the luster that they had last year. You know, it's like the stories kind of write themselves in favor of whatever team is like way out in front right now.
Yep, I agree with that.
I mean, the last 5 years they did win. In 2021, they won 100 games.
And I bet they paid for it too.
Yeah, a lot of those teams pay for those.
I mean, because let me see. They played, let me see. In 2022, they were third. They won 86 games. In 23, they won 99. 24, they won 80. Last year, they won 77. So, yeah. So, I mean, like, is it surprising?
They've been chomping at the bit. It's their breakout time.
Yeah, it ain't surprising that, they doing what they doing. Hell, just about a couple years ago, they were either first or second in their division. So they just had like 2 bad back-to-back seasons. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. I mean, we get out of baseball. We want to break down some football right now with OTAs around the corner. What
do
you guys want to?
It ain't, like I said, these are the dog days. It ain't really too much that we can really talk about. It's the dog days. They got OTAs going on right now. We could talk about this. I know Brad Biggs came out and they were talking to him about the Kyler Gordon situation. I'm not worried about it. I wish people just slow down. I'm not worried about it. This OTAs, this ain't even mini camp or training camp. Right now, we just talking about OTAs, which a lot of veterans don't even come to, because they don't feel like they should be there. This is voluntary work. So I'm not worried. Now, if we get the mini camp and training camp,
yes,
and we have these problems, yes, I would definitely be worried then.
But I mean, this is the thing, and I know a lot of people are saying veteran, like, why don't the veterans set an example? Why don't they go to OTAs? I'm sorry, they just don't. It's like that in every league. Nobody goes to OTAs. I mean, very few go to OTAs.
Very few. But my thing is just, for the sake of not trying to be overly controversial, like, why is that news if he has cramps? Like, why is that? Like, it's like they're nitpicking, right? Like they're looking for something.
JB, it's simple. What is it? It's that time of the year. You need some type of story. Like, ain't shit happening as far as with the
breaking news.
The most that we hear about right now at the Bears, the fucking stadium.
And that's even a disaster. That's what you should be talking about more of, how the mayor is what he put an injunction in or something to, like, that's what
I read about that. That's nuts.
Yeah, it's just some weird stuff going on. And then and me personally, I gotta look at the president now, like, hey man, it's 4 years and you haven't even broke ground yet.
Agreed.
So like, was that a good hire? Kevin Warren, what are we doing?
I mean, I put it to you like this, and this is what I always tell people. If it wasn't Kevin Warren, if it was somebody else, would we not be having the same problems?
I don't think it has to be the particular name. It's just the position of what you were hired to do, and it has.
Yeah, but we look at it. We look at it right now. What's stopping them? Who's stopping them?
Don't you kind of think they're all stopping each other? Because now you talking about.
I mean,
politics.
Well, the thing is this: he literally, as Kevin Warren, he sat up there and he was trying to get the Bears to stay here in Chicago for what? At least 2 seasons. At least 2 seasons, he was trying to get the Bears to stay here in Chicago. They were going back and forth. They got these, I don't know what the fuck the Friends of the Park are. I don't know who the hell that is. I don't know what coat that is or whatever. The same people that denied George Lucas building his Star Wars museum right there where the Bears wanted to build their stadium at. Mm-hmm. You got these people they like, no, we don't want that shit. They trying to find different areas in Chicago to get it. The NFL is denying it. The Bears don't want it there. Then they talk about Arlington Heights, and now you got, at first it looked like we was all good going to Arlington Heights, and now we got people slowing us up again. You got these people that sitting up there saying, oh, well, we need to do some more homework on it. Then you got the mayor and the people, the politicians that's in the city of Chicago that's trying to block them from going to Arlington Heights or him. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's only so much that a president.
Did you hear about the environmental stuff?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It's like ground and shit all fucked up, and
like I don't know. I want your guys' take on this too, because I read something that was saying like the city of Chicago would actually make more money if the Bears moved to Indiana than they would if they moved to Arlington.
Huh?
Yeah, I was reading that. I was like,
exactly, huh?
I was like, this doesn't
How's that
make
work
any
out?
fucking sense. Like, I don't get like what the hell. Like, I had to read it like 3 times when they were saying that. I was just like,
I don't know how the math's there. Yeah, that doesn't.
that's what I was doing. I was like doing
only
math
thing-
on my fingers. I was like, how does this work? I don't know what.
The only reason
That's
I can
special
say
Chinese
that
math.
could be fake feasible is because the taxes and things are so much cheaper in Indiana. That could be the only reason, because remember, one of the big fallbacks of Arlington Heights was the people that lived there were fighting against their taxes being raised. And it's like, well, for one, George, in my opinion, made a mistake. You bought this land that you thought was great. You didn't really investigate what was really going on with the land. And then you hire the guy who came in thinking, oh man, I'm gonna build a stadium right on the lake. And they were like, oh, no lake, sir. We just bought land in Arlington Heights. And he's like, what? So it's like they put the cart before the horse in so many different categories. That's why we're sitting here with no groundbreaking right now. And I don't see it happening this season either. I don't. And Pritzker, let me tell you something slick about that guy. Pritzker is playing the shaking hands and kissing babies because he's getting ready to run for president. So he don't want to piss off anybody. He want everybody to like him. Notice all of a sudden he got them new Builds commercials, Build Up Illinois Development. He got all these new affordable housing contracts coming in now. He's got commercials telling us, I lowered healthcare, I lowered prescriptions, I did this, I did that, I did this. Dude is campaigning for presidency. We know it. And he's not going to tip his hat. So
like, correct me if I'm
you're not
wrong,
going to get anything from him.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't the city of Chicago or the state of Illinois have like the highest taxes, at least top 2 highest taxes in the
number
United
2.
States?
I believe they're number
property
2.
Taxes. Yeah.
Like, so where the fuck is all this shit at? And I know we're the 3rd largest market, but not. And I know our cost of living
let me
like
rephrase
3rd
that.
or 4th, but
Chicago doesn't have the highest property tax. Illinois has high property tax. Because, like, if you notice, our city taxes are way cheaper than the neighboring suburbs. Way cheaper.
Well,
Arlington Heights just happens to be a place where taxes are high.
Yeah, well, like I said up there said, there's only so much that a president can do, because at the end of the day, he can't make the decision for the state of Illinois that over there in Indiana, they like this, laughing their ass off at us, because there's like, I think either the governor of Indiana, somebody was sitting up there saying, he's like, man, I'm just laughing at the mess that they got going on over there in Illinois because it's ridiculous. They're sitting back, they're like this. We're going to go ahead and let Illinois just fuck themselves. If y'all want to come, we right here waiting. We already got everything in place. It's up to y'all. And we can tell right now, the way this shit is going, the Bears don't want to go to Indiana. That's just plain and simple. We already know that. The bluff has been blown. They don't want to go there because with all this shit, hell, I would have sit up there and told their ass last week, hey, I'm going to Indiana. Fuck all this. Fuck Illinois. Fuck what y'all got going on. I'm going over here to Indiana. They got my taxes and shit straight. I ain't got to pay shit up until 30-some fucking years or whatever that is, all that type of shit. Y'all can have this bullshit over here. Continue fucking the residents of Illinois and Chicago. Mm-hmm. Good job.
And then you have to change the song, don't you? It can't no longer be the pride and joy of Illinois.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. You're not going to be able to still pass that one along.
You just change it. You just cut it off in a different, like a little wording.
Yeah.
Pride and joy up.
You just mumble it. He just mumbles something.
Bear down.
Yeah.
But it's also one of the things where if, again, I know George is y'all friend, but if he had just had somebody in his ear to just do some simple math, to do some actual real research in the development of the property, like they would have told you, man, why do you think the racetrack itself is closed down? Like the soil is polluted. Like they would have told him these things so that he wouldn't have wasted that money. So that's a big part of it too. It's like, hey, I didn't want to waste whatever $200 million this was not to use it, fix it. Well, it's going to be $60 million just to get the ground ready. Well, fix it. And here we are still with it not fixed. So maybe the Arlington Heights thing just was never a good idea from jump. Friends of the Park, I tell you what, if Daley was mayor, that damn thing would have been built.
Hands down. Hands down.
Yeah.
Daley never freaking took that shit.
Hey, pal, he'd have done this.
Got that built.
And they'd have been out there doing it.
Yeah.
It'd have been done.
You talking about the same mayor that in one night just basically got rid of Meigs Field.
Hey, overnight. All you heard was banging and clanging.
Overnight, shit gone. It's sad that this is what the state of Illinois has gone and came down to. We all know Chicago is known as the Windy City, but it's not known for the Windy City because of the wind. It's known for the politicians. You got too many damn people with their cookies, with their hands in the cookie jar. Just that simple. All the damn time going in there. As much as we pay in fucking taxes, you mean to tell me we one of the brokest fucking states in the United States? Some people pay is fucking taxes. Like, what the fuck else do you want? Keep your greedy ass paws out the fucking cookie jar.
Mm-hmm.
Before people find out who you are, and then something, who knows what may happen to you. Because you fucking with people's livelihoods now.
Yep.
Well, you got to remember, and Lorenzo just kind of touched on it too. Remember when we were supposed to have the Olympics?
Yeah.
And he sold that. He sold the park. Remember, we used to be able to park for free on Sundays and holidays. We used to be able to park for free after 6 o'clock. Yeah. He sold that, and it all got privatized. All that extra money. So all this stuff, all this corruption has been going on for decades and decades. But
he's gotten
paid already.
Yeah,
somebody's hanging somebody over the balcony.
Yeah,
like those people have been paid already. So it's like, now what? Because if you're telling me, and my math is damn good, that you don't want to build on Soldier Field, but then they can say, oh, well, once the Bears leave, we're going to pour 690. Where you get that money from?
Right. Where you get that shit from?
You ain't pulling that out of your pocket.
You don't want to sit up there and put more taxes on the people, but you talking about the minute they leave, we're going to invest over $600 million into Soldier Field to make it more accommodating for concerts and shit like that.
Concerts and they want World Cup back there.
Who the hell paying for that?
Hey, it's already paid for. And look, NASCAR said, no, thank you. We'll never come back here. Their little 3-year deal is over. So that money, whatever they did with that money, probably painted the bean again or something. I don't know.
It's
that or got a mini bean.
Yeah. Nope. Right. It's a bean north.
Right.
Yeah, it's bad, man. I can't believe this shit is going down like this. And then what they got, correct me if I'm wrong, they got to what? The beginning of next week. It's supposed to be a decision.
Well, remember they made. Well, remember, I don't know if you all, what like news affiliate you all had looked, but certain news affiliates don't really touch on it. But the mayor, that whatever that injunction is, like they have to take that to court. And that has to be fought in court. So for him to be able to stop the Bears from moving, how? Like they're not telling us how is he able to gain this power to stop the Bears from moving. What contract has been signed on the table that they're not telling us? Because any other city we see if a team want to up and move and build a new stadium, they just do it.
I feel you on that, Ron.
You're not 100% correct on that, Ron.
I feel you on that.
At least if you're gonna keep the Bears here and raise your taxes, at least you know where the taxes are going. It's going to the Bears. Other than that,
I can't say that. I need them to cut this damn tree out my front yard. And they won't
dude,
do it.
I am right there with you. I need one in my backyard. This is some shit, dude.
This tree is a damn nuisance. Well, okay, Lorenzo, but you're saying with Fred Flintstone, that's what I love to call him. But when you're on a political campaign as big as the presidency, you just want to make sure you don't lose Illinois. You just want to make sure Illinois don't forget turning red. You just want to make sure they don't turn on you and pick somebody else from Illinois. So he's playing the long game. But just like if somebody out there could tell us, like, how does How does Brandon Johnson get this power when Lightfoot didn't have the same power? Remember what she said, Fal? I'll worry about the crime. You worry about winning games.
Yeah, against Green Bay. Yeah. Well, I mean, well, that's the thing. She didn't.
That was only 4 years ago.
Yeah, but the crazy part about it, JB, is she didn't give a damn about it until it came time where her being mayor was about up.
That's what I'm saying.
Started talking about the stadium and the Bears and all this type of stuff. Yeah, but early on in her tenure, she didn't give a shit about the Bears. She was like, yeah, I don't give a damn about the Bears. And when it comes down to J.P. Brisker, hey, what did the great Bill Murray say in Ghostbusters? I'm a registered voter. Aren't you supposed to lie to me and kiss my butt?
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's a great quote right there.
That's a great quote. Print that.
Yeah.
And wait, and he just might be doing that.
That's a good one to put on here right now, Crooked. We got to get that one too.
Hey,
you're supposed to lie to me.
No kidding.
But wait, hey, Fal, if you think about it, they might just be doing it because now you're talking about year 3 into year 4. Then it'll be what, year 4 into year 5. Once that's done, and Johnson. So who's gonna wait out who? One's gonna wait out and lose his mayorship, or one's gonna lose out and become president and not the governor anymore.
Yeah, because when is his term up?
He got time. Remember, he's only been there a year and some change. He's got time.
It's been like maybe only like a year.
I want to say he was 2023, right? Or 24. I'm sorry, he was 24, 25. Was that mayoral election?
And they have
Beetlejuice had no idea what she was doing.
Right. Lorenzo said that she was in over her head.
Well, no, I know this from fact. When she first got the job, she ran into a teacher strike. Like that within the first few months. And we were on strike. And it was like, hey, new lady from Ohio that don't know nothing about Chicago, help us. She like, go back to work. With what?
That's the issue.
Where's the contract?
The crazy part is, it seems like every time we get a mayor, they got to come in and clean up the bullshit that the previous mayor had.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Mom had all the money, and it went to Lightfoot, and Lightfoot had a problem. Then it go to Johnson. Yeah, so I mean, like right now, and I hate even talking about fucking Chicago politics, and we really ain't talking about. We just talking about our beloved Bears, and we don't know where the hell they gonna be at. You know, because I don't think shovels are going to be in the ground in 2026. Hell, they may not be in the ground in 2027. Who knows how this is going to go? I don't think that Hammond is a realistic option. I think they would just use Hammond as leverage. And now that damn leverage is just about gone because it seems like the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois are going to go to war about where the Bears should be at. Should they be in Arlington? We want to keep them here. And I would love for them to find a fucking site here in the city of Chicago, but
they have a perfect site.
Friends of the park don't want them to do that over there.
So that's the question we need answered. You hit the nail on the head because we've all been saying it for about 2 years now, maybe more. Who is behind the decision making as to why we can't just buy the old McCormick place that already looks like a damn stadium? Tear that down.
It would be a very easy transition, like seriously, and it's right off of the lake too. A beautiful.
Whoever owns it probably don't want to sell it for one. You know, when you're in a room full of fucking billionaires, let's be honest, billionaires and a lot of millionaires, they like their ass kissed. Yeah, well, and if you're a billionaire and there's a billionaire, you two motherfuckers probably don't even really like each other. Nah, I ain't selling you shit.
Out of ego, it's an ego thing.
Yeah,
that could be true.
You ain't got enough money to buy me out.
My shit is longer than yours.
I guarantee you, we're at least 2 generations past whoever originally owned that McCormick place. Just like what did the Bears, the grandbabies of the Bears say? Once Mama Bear died, and the McCaskey go, all the kids say, "Oh, we selling, and we divide.
Yeah, we out.
This stuff, and we going."
Yeah, and it don't look like they selling and shit. What the old McCormick place is just sitting there. I think they have a few.
Like it does, yeah. They're getting
one event in the early part of the year and one event in the second half of the year, but it's more of a storage facility and warehouse. Hell, we can build you U-Haul storage place for that, where that damn hospital is. It can work if you really want to play the game. It can work. But I've seen too many times where how many times, Fal, we were going down on 22nd Street by the View and was like, man, we never thought Wintrust Arena would be right here. It never dawned on us, but somebody had
I don't know how the fuck that happened.
We were like, ain't no way. And lo and behold, what happened? Here it is. So somebody need to get in touch with somebody and make that call to McCormick Place. Because here's another thing, Chicago's, don't take my Chicago card away from me, but I'm tired of hearing about what we can't do with historical landmarks.
Fucking, I know.
If them Colin, and respect to all service people, respect to the people that are out there protecting our lands. But if you're telling me that what's stopping the demolition and the rebuild is them damn columns, you know what? Take the columns out, preserve them, build something, and put the motherfuckers right back.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's funny what Unc just said, talking about the old Michael Reese. The thing about it is the NFL and the Bears said
they said no
to that.
Yeah.
Because of
I think it's too narrow or some shit like that.
It was something about the infrastructure. They couldn't widen the infrastructure or something like that.
So they sit up there because I know we all were talking about. I was been wondering that for the longest. I said, "What about the old Michael Reese Hospital? Can we sit up there and use that?" They said, "No, it's too narrow." I don't know what's that other spot where I think the new owner of the Chicago Fire, he's building something over there. That's
already in place.
Yeah, that's already in place. But hell, I would have loved to see if they could have did it there, just in case. But
and Dark Spectre, I understand that, but like JB was saying, I don't give a shit about historic landmarks nowadays, man. Like, I mean, you can easily move historic landmarks.
Honorary.
Like when it's all said and done, the old McCormick Place, you have a new McCormick Place. The old McCormick Place is just sitting there looking like shit.
And correct me if I'm wrong, JB. Do not the Wintrust, do they not use the McCormick Place?
They use their parking.
Yeah.
Parking, right?
Yep.
So I know everybody kept talking about the Bears parking and whatnot. Now you might not be able to do the whole, tailgating unless you're gonna go right over there. That's right across Lakeshore Drive where all those truck stops and stuff be at, and you can create something over there.
You can, yes.
Yeah.
And right there on Cermak, guess what you have? Bars, hotels, all kind of things for people to get involved in.
Tailgate and right over there. I park over there.
You can tailgate. Yes, because you can't even park over there because of tailgating.
Yeah. I don't know. Shit.
And the parking structure can be dug underground. You know how we know that? Because there's already one underground. So we know that it can happen.
That it can.
I don't know why they don't want to play ball. Whoever owns McCormick Place, can somebody out there please figure that out? We gonna campaign. If we want the beloved to stay in the city,
get a petition.
We ain't gonna be campaigning. We're gonna be walking out there with baseball fucking bats and fucking.
Because Mayor Johnson, I would love to sit down and talk with you, brother. I got a lot to say.
It does seem like whoever becomes mayor of Chicago can't wait to not become mayor of Chicago as soon as they get the damn job. It's like,
it's been like that since Daily.
Okay, that works. If old McCormick Place is attached to old Miggs Fields, that can work because all that is a private thing right now. Like, we overcomplicate
we do
in this city.
We do.
Like, just get stuff done. Hey, you know what? Streets need repairing. Get it done. Roads need widening. Get it done. We always trying to do like.
Yep.
What's next? They're gonna tear down United Center. Shit.
I don't hear any Bulls players or Blackhawks players bitching.
Yeah.
Or any owners of theirs bitching about stuff.
So it says the McCormick Place is owned and managed by the Metropolitan Pier and Exposition Authority, which is an Illinois municipal corporation governed by a board appointed by the governor of Illinois and the mayor of Chicago.
Illinois, there it is, yeah. So I mean, it's the city of Chicago is not allowing that to happen. It's exactly what we're saying.
The MPEA owns the entire McCormick Place complex, including the original Lakeside Center, historically known as the old McCormick Place, as well as north, south, and west buildings Wintrust Arena and the adjacent convention hotels. So we just found out that this shit is political as fuck. That's why it's not gonna happen.
No, that's exactly what you just quoted right there. That's exactly what
they just told you they don't want to do it because they don't have to do it.
Exactly. And I
but
mean,
the solution they're holding.
Put King Bravo's.
The damn city owns it, and the mayor got a taste of it. I mean, the governor got a taste. Come on, man.
Where?
Let's get it done.
Now
they ain't gonna do it.
Now the fourth comment. I'll do it.
They ain't gonna do it.
And this is the thing. Okay. Like, I bet you all this will start getting moved next year, right before his re-election comes into play. Then he'll be like, "Hey, I'll get it done if I'm going to be the new mayor." Because this is what they.
Well, that's the thing. Are we really saying that the next mayor of Chicago is going to win based on whether or not he or she
can happen?
Build
like seriously, can you imagine if a new mayor comes to the table right now and uses these exact words? If I'm mayor, my first thing that I am doing is putting the Chicago Bears at Old McCormick Place.
Well, he can't.
Well, by that time.
He can't do it by himself because it has to be signed off by the governor.
But he's going to stay if they try to win an election.
Be a new governor, File.
Yeah,
the governor
we're gonna have a governor who's cool with the fucking mayor. Like they like
they're all gonna have to be
like
together.
JB, yeah.
They're gonna be coming in as a team.
Yeah, hey man, check this shit out, man. We just gonna go ahead and say
we will all win if we do this shit.
Hey,
board of directors, y'all ass gonna get a part of it. Y'all gonna get on board.
Yeah,
dude, that's what we gonna do.
I can see that.
What does it take? Let me call him Brother Michael Scott.
It's like a
see if
King
he can run for mayor.
Table where they're all sitting. He's like, "This is what we're gonna do right here, baby."
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
He's already an alderman. Let me call him.
King Bravo and the Titans are going to have a Super Bowl way before the Bears are even going to. So I mean,
hey,
the Super Bowl is coming to fucking Tennessee in 2030.
Right.
Wait,
maybe we'll break ground then.
We won't. But I live in a world where there's been a Super Bowl at the Jets arena. I live in a world where there's been a Super Bowl at the Detroit at Ford Field.
Mm-hmm.
The charter franchise can't even get a stadium built. Make it make sense, fellas.
It just shows.
Dealing with the politicians.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just shows how crooked politicians are. Like it's
for real, Joe. Hey, Mike Scott is my guy. He's a hell of an alderman. You know Mike, Fowl? Yeah.
I just saw him yesterday.
So we need to. Hey, I don't know if he's got aspirations of running for mayor, but maybe that's somebody we need to reach out to. Get him on the show and tell us a little bit about the Chicago politics and why or why not.
We already had somebody on recently who said he will never be Chicago mayor.
Talk about Casey?
Yeah, Casey Erlacher's like, oh, hell fucking no. I ain't ever going to be no Chicago mayor, man.
Like, who really runs Chicago?
My motherfucker that's behind the scenes.
So I wanted your guys' opinion on this too, to flip the topics here, because JB, you didn't get to hear the intro. It was like Josh Jacobs.
Oh,
yeah.
Like,
damn, my man got some shit on him. I mean,
that's
domestic battery, strangulation.
I was gonna say it's not one thing, but I think it's like 5 or 6 things. Like, I mean, that's some serious shit, man. And I'm gonna say this right now. Like, I mean, if it comes to a point where he's going to be suspended for a long period of time, like Jordan Love, it's on you again, man. And whenever it's been on Jordan Love's, I don't care what people say, but when it's just been Jordan Love, he might be throwing you 400 yards, but he's also throwing you 4 interceptions. Because if it's only him, he is not the guy, and he's already proven that.
Hey, word of advice to all your athletes out there. Please, for
walk
love
away.
God, keep your fucking hands off these fucking women. Keep your hands off these women. If you feel like you got to choke a bra, get the fuck up out of there. Well, call one of your hey, bro, come get me. Y'all got plenty of yes men on your fucking payroll. All right, I know how this shit go. You got plenty of yes men. Call one of their ass. Tell them, hey, bro, I need you to fuck around and choke her ass out and lose every damn thing. You want your cut, right? You want to continue to get your cut. Get your ass over here right now and get me the fuck up out this house, please.
Yep.
Damn.
That's simple. Just that simple.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Come
fuck.
on now, dog. Come on, man.
If you're that damn rich, how one of your boys live in a fucking pool house? So all they gotta do is walk motherfucking 100 yards, 50 yards. Come get your ass up out there. Come on, dog. Come in the pool house, man. We're gonna invite some bras over, all types of shit. You know, stripper poles, all types of shit. Drinks, whatever.
I'm there. Stripper poles are there. Let me tell you.
That may have what caused it. You know,
you never know.
but
you know,
that's
somebody come get your ass up out of there. I'm seeing too many of these brothers out here fucking up their livelihood and their reputation because
over a woman.
Reason, I don't know if the woman did something. I don't know if
sure
he
did
something. Like, he didn't agree with something she did. She didn't agree with something that he did. She called his ass cheating. He called her ass cheating. She using the kids against him or whatever. And they fucking themselves up. Just leave. Leave, bro.
What I heard today was through his attorney, he has denied the charges. We don't know, but last time I heard a young man denying charges in that position was Ray Rice, and we all know how
those
that
were not going good on him. Let me tell you.
Ray Rice carried.
Ray Rice was on his way.
Yep.
Right. Well, little by little, more and more videos and kind of information kind of came out. So, I mean, if it kind of goes along that way to where like video evidence comes out, then yeah, I mean, I think right along like the chemistry of the team is going to be messed with. They already lost their backup guy, Emmanuel Wilson. He moved on. So now they have Marshawn Lloyd as their backup. And he's never been able to stay healthy since he's gotten to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know how much as a Green Bay fan you really can hang your hat on that.
It's a guarantee that they will be picking up somebody off of free agency.
I mean, they'll grab
like a Kareem Hunt or
Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. I was thinking
they will get
Pacheco's with the Lions.
They're not Josh Jacobs.
Oh, Pacheco
not a Josh
the Lions
Jacobs floating out there.
Yeah,
there's absolutely not a Josh Jacobs floating.
So he replaced David Montgomery.
Did David Montgomery stay?
Oh fuck!
No, he got traded.
He got traded. So he's on a team.
Texans.
He got traded. He didn't just get dropped.
Really?
So he is on the team. Yeah, he was traded. Where did he
I missed
go?
that one.
Yeah, Houston Texans.
Houston, Texans. Yeah, around draft day. It was right before.
Money Maricotti, baby, 2-run homer to tie it up.
The Japanese sensation,
19
Japanese
on the
samurai.
year.
Or what was it? The South Side Samurai, man.
Yeah.
The South Side Samurai. That guy's
Again.
that's 19 home runs for him. What a short
like when it comes down to Josh Jacobs, you hear one side, you got to see the other side.
Nobody knows until.
And I hate to tell you, because one of the biggest douchebags that we hear about, at least we don't know him personally, but we hear that he's a douchebag, and all we can go off is what we hear. Stephon Diggs had a whole chick lie on him and came out to find out that he was actually telling the truth. So there's always two sides to a story, you know. Now, the crazy part is
it could be a money thing. It could be a money thing. Like
the difference is you're talking about 5 accounts, man. That's crazy.
But Tyreek Hill went through something similar, if I'm not mistaken.
Tyreek Hill had 2.
And
Tyreek Hill had 2 accounts.
Yeah,
but I mean, I understand what you're saying. With me being a Blackhawks fan, a diehard Blackhawks fan, I was remembered around when the Patrick Kane situation was going on as well, and all that got released because guess what? The lady finally admitted my mom forced me to freaking fake this shit. So who knows? Like, I mean, it just
Mama's daughter.
I mean, prime example. You got Rakia Jackson, who is a Chicago Sky basketball player, and James Pierce, who was the rookie DN with the Atlanta Falcons, who literally hit an officer, was stalking her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think he may have physically abused her. I can't really remember if he did or he didn't. But they talking about that this guy, they may drop all charges when they come down to them if he sits up there and does some type of counseling or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Correct.
All that. And they talking about possibly dropping it if he goes through with the counseling in there. Because you notice the Atlanta Falcons have not released him.
That is very
They have
true.
not. I know. Yeah, I was wondering when that was. It kind of just was hush hush for a while.
Yeah,
they just drafted him.
Yeah,
they traded up to get.
They just drafted him. He was just he led all rookies with like what 10.5 sacks last year. Yeah. So it's hush hush right now, and I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna see if he's gonna go ahead and do what it is he's supposed to do, and you may see the charges dropped. Well, it may be a little bit nothing, but a little.
Damn. I mean, I guess
I'm watching the home run right now.
That
was a fucking bullet, man.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
I'm watching that home run right now. That was a bullet. Like, my God. I love watching that guy swing the bat.
Yeah.
What was the Seahawks tight end that beat up the girl? And that he was like a third string tight end. He beat up the black girl and nothing ever. Will Disley or something like that. If it's not Will Disley, maybe that's the wrong name. And it just kind of got swept under the rug. And then you look at, go back in your time machine. Michael Vick's family was running dogs, and he goes to jail and damn near loses everything. He wasn't even there doing this shit.
Lost his whole contract. Yeah.
Like the world is just screwy, man.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Robin Givens. Robin Givens did Dave Winfield and Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah.
Robin Givens was a mug. She was
let me give you guys, athletes out there some free advice.
Walk away.
Be careful.
Yep.
Banging. Who you get into relationships with? Be careful of all these shit. Look, free advice. Find a woman that does something a little different than what you're accustomed to. All right. Find someone. Find a woman that differentiates herself from the rest of them. Okay. I know it's not tempting looking at all the little fitness IG models that be turning certain ways and coming up with these elaborate exercises where they got the nice
they for sale
and legs.
This is why rich people.
I know it looks good. Guess what? Adam and Eve, the apple looked good too. His ass shouldn't have ate it.
That better be a fresh apple though, man. Let me say.
All right, just gentlemen, just please.
I always thought it was a peach. I thought it was a peach.
I'm asking.
A pomegranate, something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't bite the forbidden fruit, baby. Do something different. Get you a good wholesome girl. Hopefully she's wholesome. And get you a goddamn prenup.
This is why rich people date rich people. Like, I mean, that's why it happens.
Hey, man, you ever known a woman that wasn't greedy?
No, it's not. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it exists.
Exactly.
No offense,
because
lady.
Because you rich and she rich, don't mean that she still wouldn't want your money.
It's greed. But I always laugh with the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Yeah, Taylor Swift has way more money than Travis Kelce, and that shit.
But you know what? Let me push on that because I can't say that. I've known quite a few women that are not greedy. However, when you're in that world and you've got like hanging out with Antoine Walker and Q and them, you see the type of women that you attract. And like I said before, they're for sale. They're not for real. They're for sale. They want to get pregnant. They want to get you to do something stupid. They want to get you, get their meat hooks in you and take your money.
Yeah.
Man, we're getting deep on this show.
When I say greedy, I don't mean necessarily, it doesn't have to be money per se. You know what I'm saying? It could be a number of different things.
The status or whatever, or just
it don't have to be like financial, it could be something totally different. A wise man once told me, and I don't want to get into it because I don't want to sound like I'm male chauvinistic or whatnot. A wise man told me this. He said, a man has nothing to gain by getting married, but everything to lose if he has something.
Damn.
Think about it.
All right. I tried to, but nothing happens.
Applause up.
And for that, we're gonna go back on to the college.
We really got deep.
I don't want the women's rights group to come in at me and shit. Next thing you know, I'm on ESPN doing interviews and shit and going viral and shit like that. I ain't trying to look at that. Yeah, I don't
No, I could have swear I heard that on a fortune cookie or something, but
you might have shit.
I still like it.
But guess what?
Yeah, I
They
wanna
need
go
to
to that
sell
thing.
more than motherfuckers. Sell more.
They do. They do.
Put that particular one in there. The kind of Gordon situation.
Okay, I feel you.
All right, that's good to know. Good to know.
Need to be a herd.
You're going red pill.
Oh, we
No,
going
we
red
definitely
pill
not
now?
going. Nah,
We out
negative
hey,
Ghost
we out
Rider.
the matrix. We out the
No,
matrix,
no,
baby. We
no.
out. We out.
We're not following Andrew Tate's advice or any kind of other kind of douchebag like that. So
So
yeah, negative
anyway,
Ghost Rider.
back to the Kyler Gordon, please quit overreacting. I see Brad Biggs came out with his stuff. I seen Pat the designer come out and he's been asking questions. It's OTA'S, it's voluntary. You don't see many veterans come in now. Oh, they talking about because he has a history of soft tissue injuries. I'll get worried when the fucking regular season come and that shit come.
Even honestly, even preseason, training camp, stuff like that. If we're still hearing this,
I was gonna say training camp. I'll get a little worried if there's lingering.
Yeah, that's what I said. If we got mini camp, well, not necessarily mini camp, but when we come down to training camp and that shit happen,
training camp,
then I'm a little more worried. But
now my attendance won't go up.
Most veterans
because
who
cramps
have
could lead to blood clots. Like it could be a whole different.
And most
category of
veterans
things as
who
well.
have injury histories, man, they're not going to OTAs. Shit, they're making up
Most
some
of them got a whole trainer that they train with anyway, that they continue.
Tyler has been training in California constantly, dude. I'm not worried about it.
I'm sure they know what they're doing. Hell, I know this. Myles Garrett has yet to meet Todd Monken, and you know what? They ain't worried about Myles Garrett.
They ain't said shit
Ain't
about
worried
that.
about him at all.
I mean,
why
would you have to worry about
met Todd Monken?
Yeah, you should never have to worry about Myles Garrett.
It's just that simple. Just don't overreact. My people don't overreact. People talking about Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, he's not coming. He didn't show up. Well, so fucking what? A lot of them don't show up. I bet you those two ain't the only two veterans that's been on the team for some little minute that also is not going to be there at OTAs. Ben Johnson wants it this way. He wants, look here, man. We got the whole fucking season. I mean, we got the whole offseason. This is just the fucking beginning.
But see, I don't even think it's that. I think I'm not a huge fan of Brad Biggs per se. Like he's but for you, that's low-hanging fruit to me. For you to go and pick on somebody that's having cramps just because it's easy to say, oh, well, he was hurt all last year. Okay, you know what? Fine. New year, new off season, training, getting his body back right. Let the guy heal properly. Jalen Johnson, let the guy heal properly. Both of them came back and played injured. They did. They didn't play hurt. They played injured.
Yeah. Kyler looked it way better in his second game back than he did his first game against the Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely.
And then
Kyler looked amazing against the Rams. There's no question about that.
He dropped the pick. That's it.
He did drop a pick. You're not wrong on that. He did drop a pick.
Yeah. But what kills me
I'm saying that's the only negative thing I have. That's it.
Yeah. But people were literally like, I'm listening last year to people, whether it be the local media, not so much the national media, and fans sit up here and talk about Jalen Johnson. Oh man, he looks slow. He just came from a fucking core surgery where he technically, majority of people missed the fucking season.
Yeah, he should not have played, and he still played.
And he still gutted it out and fucking
he still played better than anything that we had.
Oh man, we need to get rid of him. Oh man, he was hurt, man. He looked like ass last year. Let me see your fat ass out there and fucking run with a goddamn having core surgery shit. See what the fuck you do.
That's stupid.
You know what I thought they would have spoke more about is speaking to the coaches, speaking to Al Harris, speaking to JT Barrett, quarterback coach. I would have thought they would have spoke more about what they've got going on, because this is the install for the rookies. What free agents did they pick up off that's going to have a potential to make the 53-man roster? What guys did they not think we're going to be great and are surprises that's going to cause some controversy? Those are the things I thought that should have been coming out of rookie minicamp, 1. And 2, when you have voluntary OTAs, you have 3 types of people that's going to make it. You know the damn rookies are going to be there. You know anybody on their last leg going to be there. And somebody that just got that call last minute like, hey, it's the Bears. We're interested in seeing what you got. Those 3 types of players are absolutely going to be there. So let's talk about them.
Yeah. Hey,
right.
You know
let's
what's funny,
Huh?
You know what's funny? It's funny that you sit up there and said that, because I like to use it like you sit up there, you on the team, you playing recreational flag football, and then you got that one guy that you know ain't good, who's probably this close to sitting up there not making the team, and you want to tell him, hey, your ass ain't gonna play. You can't play on this squad. Guess what? He's the first motherfucker to turn in his money.
This man was a bona fide scrub. He can't play. No disrespect whatsoever.
He's the first person to turn in his fucking money. He gonna like, fuck that. My ass on the roster. Here's my money. I might not be good. Yeah, you may not even want me on the spot.
Gave me a payday.
I paid my money.
Yep.
I'm here.
25.
Yeah.
The last fight.
But
you still need to evaluate those guys.
Yeah.
You still need to evaluate those guys. And I feel with all the extra additions that we made, especially to the D-line, that's what I'm more concerned about, because who is going to be that diamond in the rough that we didn't know? Who's going to be that next Hardy or what was my man name? Anderson a few years back. He only had that one flash in the pan season. But
Mark Anderson.
Mark Anderson. Who's gonna be one of those guys that step up? That's who, if I was a Brad Biggs or somebody that had access to that type to see OTAs and voluntary camp, I'd be reporting more on those guys, not the fact that Kyler Gordon is getting treatment for a cramp. Hell, you know how many times LeBron James and got treatment for cramps?
Every day.
It happens. You know what they're not worried about? They're not worried about LeBron James playing. So let it go.
Man, they are worried about
better, Big,
because he might sit out.
You're not worried about him in cramps in May. Kyler Gordon having cramps in May is not an issue. Not right now.
100% agree.
It's not.
If it was training camp, I'd be a little bit more concerned. OTAs, I don't.
But if it was training camp, yes, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But I would want to know medically what is the issue. Like I said, is it blood clotting? Is it a hamstring that was torn off the bone or whatever? Like, what is the real ailment? Not just give them some Gatorade and some icy hot and let them relax.
Which is the usual Chicago.
Let us know what the real is, right? But I need to know, for me, how is the new running backs coach taking over now that Eric Bieniemy is gone? What does your boy Fowler that you went to school with? What does Randall L do now that DJ Moore is not here? JT Barrett, what do you do going into year 2 of Ben Johnson's system with Caleb Williams? Are we promoting the check down? Yeah. Are we trying to lessen the hero ball? I would love that.
I would love to hear you just drafted a very, very good cornerback. What's the news on Lance Stevenson? Like, you could talk about that stuff too. Like, I mean, but you're gonna pick on a groin injury, not even a groin, a cramp.
A cramp, and that's what I'm saying. That's low hanging fruit. And to be honest with you, Kyler doesn't deserve that, bro.
No,
he doesn't.
No, but unfortunately, because of his history, and I love Kyler, but because of his history, they are going to get every little thing.
But that's the dedication of a Bear. That's a Chicago guy. Even though he was hurt, he sacrificed himself and future to get out there to win a damn game.
Yep, to win a playoff.
That man
they knew he was needed,
man. That's exactly why I tip my hat off to Jalen Johnson.
Same with Jalen,
right there. Sure. He's supposed to been done for the season. Word was that he was done for the season.
Abductor tear, right?
The thing that annoys me about, especially with the Jalen Johnson situation, everyone's just like, oh yeah, he was slow. He wasn't the same guy. I was like, motherfucker, he was still better than anyone we had behind him. Not even 100%. So I don't understand where the hell you're coming with that. Who are you replacing him with if he was not 100%? We saw that for 3 games, and it was awful.
Yeah, I mean,
hell, you know what?
Low on bodies.
Yeah.
In a minute, they was gonna have a wholesale. Hey, what they say Independence Day? Can anybody fly a plane?
Yeah. Can anyone play safety? Just like how we had to deal with the kicker. Yeah, just like when we had to deal with the kicker, when we brought in like 7 or 8 kickers. That's what we would have had to done for safeties if Jalen Johnson did not come back early.
Had to give him some strong ass
exactly. Yeah, keep it coming. But that's what I'm saying, and it's unfortunate. Some people that have mics and have access are not the best people to be reporting on what we got going on. I'm not saying I want to hear every report of roses and peaches and cream. Hell no, I want to hear that Ben Johnson got into somebody's ass. I want to hear that he got into the new rookie's ass. I want to hear that. But at the same time, like, no, this is low-hanging fruit. This is not good journalism.
Well, it's a narrative that they want to push, so they're gonna.
Well, it's a false narrative. First
and
of all,
continue to push that narrative, like you hear people talk about, like you said, you want to hear what they got to say about as far as what Ben Johnson said. Ben Johnson said, "Well, I would really like to, know these guys and have a relationship with these guys, but unfortunately, they haven't been here." And they take everything that Ben Johnson says and they're gonna run with it.
Well, they clickbait him.
Yeah, Ben Johnson. Guess what? He wasn't drafted by Ben Johnson. He wasn't signed by Ben Johnson. This is the old regime, So Ben Johnson really doesn't have no loyalties to him. Well, he doesn't really. No, he doesn't. But the thing about it is that I don't think Ben Johnson is sitting up here wanting to get rid of a player that he knows that is good or players that that are good.
True. And I'm glad you said that, because you know what, Ben Johnson, they may not be his players, but you know what Ben Johnson can speak to? I'll play it against them. I can see how they move. I saw how they did this when I did this. I see how they countered this when I threw this at him. He's not coaching. Right. He's coaching. And he's taking notes. So no, I don't want to hear that, Brad Biggs. I don't. I don't want to hear that.
I feel what John King Bravo Stockton said. He said these fans want a superstar at every spot. We are fine. There are no DNs out there. We are deep at corner. Bears fans talk too much. That is true. We do have a lot of fans out there that they figure that we got to have a superstar at every position. It just doesn't happen. Are we thin at DN? Not necessarily thin, as far as we have guys that
we're not dynamic.
Yeah, we have guys that got potential. The thing is, there is no superstar out there because most superstars ain't out there. I mean, you got, all right, prime example. We could talk about this as well. They're saying that there are teams calling about Josh Sweat from the Arizona Cardinals.
I saw that too, but didn't he just 29. Get there?
Yeah, I just read that
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, he just got there. Yeah,
he just got there.
And he put up 12 sacks.
But the thing is this: when it comes down to you needing a pass rusher, would I take a stab at him? Yes. Now, what are we talking about them giving up? I'm not giving up a first for him. I'm not giving up a second for him. You could probably get a third for him, maybe or a fourth. I'm not giving up a first or second. Third, I'm on the fence about.
True.
But then now you got to sit up there and figure out a way. I don't know how much he's making. I'm pretty sure it's over $10 million a fucking year. So now you have to figure out a way
that comes into play
to get that money. And see, the problem, I know, like early on in the season, we were all talking about, the Mason Crosby. Max Crosby. I said Mason Crosby. You guys were talking about going for Max. I said not so much. And my main reason for him it wasn't that Max Crosby wasn't good. It was just that you've gone and allocated so much of your fucking money on the defensive line and you're not getting the fucking production out of it. All you doing is driving it up now. You allocated money to Montez Sweat. You allocated money to Grady Jarrett. You allocated money to Dio Dangbo. You know what I'm saying? All these guys are making shit over what? $13 million a year?
Yeah.
And then you would have added on a Max Crosby that would have set up there because you couldn't get rid of Grady. You couldn't get rid of Dio Jackson on Max Crosby that's going to get 35.
You had people who were willing to restructure their contract.
You could restructure.
But the thing is this: even if you have restructured Dio and Grady, all you doing is just sitting up there restructuring, and then they're gonna stay on that motherfucker even longer.
Agreed.
And sometimes you have to get creative. However, I do have to look at Ryan Poles and say, what did you see in your scouting department see that we paid all these people and names all this much money and they suck or they didn't do shit?
No,
that still has to go back on Poles. So when the Crosby situation or the Hendricks, right? Because Trey was in the play too. When it comes up, it was like, man, let me get that guy so that he can erase all of this shit that I created. That is still is very viable, and that's what happened. So I still have to look at Ryan Poles, and we have to say, you know what, Austin Booker, what is the next step that you're going to take? Dio, if you're going to play half inside and half outside, damn it, you better give me something. Neville
Longbottom.
Yeah, Gilmore or something like that. Gallimore, yeah.
Not Neville Longbottom. Hey, you stupid. Hey, yo, Neville Gallimore, seriously though, like, are you just another Grady Jarrett, or are you just another what's the guy we just lost, number 95, big fella?
Billy. The big guy.
Billy. So
even Streets from
Andrew
Atlanta.
Billy.
Yeah.
No, even the Streets guy that we
but
got.
I'm saying, like, are we still are we just drafting the same player, or in free agency drafting the same player that we just had? Because like I said, somebody told me when we drafted the kid from Georgia Tech, the defensive tackle, and they started talking about how great of an athlete he is, and he can jump out the pool standing still. I said, yeah, we had a guy like that way back in the day, Jerron Gilbert, that can jump out the pool too. How the hell did that work? Warren Sapp told us.
Yeah.
Warren Sapp told us, I don't see a bench press on the 50-yard line.
Exactly. That's why.
And Warren Sapp is a Hall of Famer with over 100 sacks. Give me that guy. I don't care about the dude that can jump out the pool. I want the dude that can play football. And right now, we have some pieces, but they still need to prove that they can play football. Cam Jordan might be a pipe dream. Von Miller, if you're getting Von Miller, what are you giving them? A veteran minimum?
Right. Yeah. Somebody who's
maybe
going to play
50%
of your snaps.
Well, both of those aging gentlemen played all 17 games last year.
That is true.
Both.
They were only like 50% snaps, which I'm fine with. They rotate in and out. I'm perfectly fine with that.
But the thing about it is,
what they didn't play in Chicago though, where the freaking injuries seem to happen all the damn time here.
But not only that, Frank.
Well, Von Miller played in two cold places. He played in Buffalo and he played in Washington. So the cold
and Denver, to be honest with you,
Denver. That was a young Von Miller though.
Yeah.
That was a young Von Miller.
I mean, when you kind of think about it, it's just like this. At the end of the day, I don't think none of those guys are going to get signed until it comes down to probably close to training camp.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to. They don't want to get signed anyway, and
they're not
going to
go
to an OTA or something like that. Yeah, I don't think that they will even show up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what did you hear? But some, like when Schefter speaks about some of the deals being made now and they just don't get publicized till closer to the time. So that's what scares me. What team has already talked to Cam Jordan and they're like, shh, see you June 1st or whatever? That's what I was wondering. Like, are we even in play for one of those guys? Even the Jadeveon Clowney, not to say that he's like the greatest of the greatest of the great, but just to add some depth with a person that's disruptive.
Yeah.
You know, I would just like to see that. So back to my original point, pal, that's a knock on Ryan Poles. It is.
There's no question about that. I mean, you also, nobody's talking about Turner too. Like, we don't know what Turner is going to be.
Shamar Turner, this is going to be his rookie year again. Like,
I know. I mean, he played. I think he played 3 or 4 games, but like maybe one of them he was healthy in.
I hope he turns into everything he was when he was in college.
He was a monster.
But again, we're talking about somebody who 2 years played D end. His last year they switched to tackle. He came here as a D tackle, but now they're talking about switching him back to D end because we got Dio Adangbo, who couldn't get the pressures in the sacks, but when he did play, he was a better run stopper at a one technique. It's like all these people that you drafted and got in free agency don't fit the scheme.
Right. It's all mismanaged.
It's mismanaged. You just got people.
Yeah. We got a bunch of guys and you're thinking and hoping that they should work here, and then you get there and you try to use them, and it's not fucking working the right way. It's not turning the way it's supposed to turn. So, and now you're just stuck with making the best of it. And so
that's why right now you have to invest heavily in Austin Booker. You have to put your best people. Austin Booker and Montez Sweat should be shoulder to shoulder from now until the opening day.
I think Booker's definitely your brightest piece on defense as far as on the defensive line.
No question. It's Booker. No question about it.
He's the one
he has to be now.
Big
Get ready for that? I don't know. But if you can tell me that Booker, Turner, some combination of Turner and Dexter and Sweat are our future because they've taken strides, I will sign up for that. But if you're telling me that I got to keep relying on Grady Jarrett, and I'm not saying I'm not an ageist, but if you're telling me you want Grady Jarrett to have one more year in the sun, like why here? If you're telling me you don't like Javon Dexter at the 3 and you want him at the 1, okay, well, flip him and Shamar. But like he gave us 6 sacks last year. He was not the problem.
Agreed.
If Gallimore is supposed to be Billings, you know what? I seen Billings out of breath too many times. You know who he not? He not Akeem Hicks.
Boy,
so let's
look a lot lighter.
He looked like he was not in shape. Like he was.
Yeah, I mean, he looks a hell of a lot lighter than Billings. So I mean, and he seemed like he moves his tape. Looks like he moves a lot.
And that's the
Ted Washington and Keith Traylor ain't walking through the door, fellas. They not. Tommy Harris not
those
walking
guys
through the door.
run.
They don't want to come back.
Almost returned a fumble.
Hey, you know what? I'll give it up to JKS because he's been saying a good thing. We don't necessarily need the pass rush of the future this year. We can get them in a draft next year.
We just need this team to be solid and pressure based. I'm not worried. 10 sacks looks good and sounds good. You know what else sounds good? A ton of 3 and outs because the pressure was high.
Yeah,
I'll take that too.
Yeah. Stopping them on third down, getting them off the field on third down, getting that
field.
Third down percentage.
Like
that part too.
That's
especially when it's third and long. Those are the more demoralizing ones when they convert that shit on 3rd and 12, 3rd and 15. That stop.
And they're running the ball. Yeah. I saw Josh Jacobs convert a 3rd and 7 off of a run.
That was a bad missed tackle there, and it's one of those things where the players were in position to make the play. They just didn't make it. I think they snuffed the play out. They knew it was there. That player had the one-on-one play, and he just flat out missed it.
Agreed.
King Bravo.
Shout out King Bravo. Much appreciated.
Oh, bravo.
You are definitely the king, for sure.
Bravo.
Go ahead, read that out.
There was no O-line, and we didn't jump. 1 year later, for that O-line, we will get D-line help next year. JKS, I agree with you. And we
also got the coach. That was a key thing.
That we are able to get that stud D end. We just need to, I don't want to say tread water because that just sounds so like mediocre. But we definitely need to make the most of what we have, but those players have to play. They're professionals too. They have to show up.
For sure. And then not only that, but if we are as good as we're hoping to be, we're not going to be picking in the top 10. We're going to be expecting to get guys like
another
this
top 25 pick.
That's no, but like this year, we're looking at guys like Zion Young stuff. And so it's not like we're not looking at guys like Ruben Bain, you know. So
we have to accept that. Now that's when your scouting department really digs in and looks at the people, not the people who are killing the underwear Olympics per se, but the people that are actually on the tape are like, you know what? Damn, look, he's just getting to the quarterback. He's disruptive. The eye contest, the eye contest.
Where's the TJ Watts?
Where's the TJ Watts? Where's the JJ Watts?
Right, dropping to the third round.
JJ Watt want to come back still? Shit, I think JJ Watt right now in our defensive end.
Shit, no,
we have to get that together. And John, I understand what you're saying about the secondary. Only thing is, and I know Al Harris did come out because I did listen to his interview, and he did come out and say he feels that business as usual, they will be a turnover-based team. which I do love. However, statistics have shown throughout the years you have a precipitous drop-off when you are the number one takeaway team with 30-something innings. It's very hard to repeat that. And I don't want to rely on us having to only intercept the ball to get off the field.
No, but I
don't
think
want to
that
rely on
that he's going to continue to be aggressive or tell his corners to be aggressive. If you think you can jump the ball, jump it. Don't be afraid. I won't fucking eat your, beat you down or chew your ass out on the sideline as long as you're in the position. But if you go to make a play and you just miss, then.
And let's also not forget, too, just developing a winning culture here. There's a lot of people who do love Ben Johnson, who do want to come play for Ben Johnson. I'm not just talking about on the offensive side of the ball. I'm talking about on the defensive side of the ball. Like, you build that winning culture, you might get those DNs who are maybe past their prime, but still very, very good, who want to come here for a lower price.
And that's the thing, Frank.
We don't have that winning culture yet.
This is a very important year.
100%. We cannot have another what happened after Matt Nagy.
We cannot
have that shit happen.
Exactly. Darspect, that's great. Rookie cornerbacks don't get 6 picks every year in the NFL. You're right. You cannot rely on that. However, damn it, Tyreek Stevenson, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be calling for Terrell Smith a lot if he get out of character
on the field. Yeah.
If don't give me Washington Stevenson too many times, I'll be pissed.
Well, shit. I mean, tell you the truth, it's gonna be a battle for that second cornerback position. I don't think he's gonna come in there and be like, given that spot. He's gonna have to earn that. They drafted a guy.
The only spot I know is given is Cinnamon. He's the slated as
coming back. Oh yeah,
that's why I said Cinnamon is the only one that I know is slated as a guaranteed starter day one. Smith, and then you drafted the kid Muhammad, who I'm not overly crazy about, but he's good as well. But
I don't know if he'll be starter one.
Now I go back to Tyreek Stevenson. Remember, Tyreek Stevenson had a first-round grade.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. You're not wrong. And Tyreek Stevenson, he showed promise here too. He really did. He had some good games. He had some bad games. But, at the same time, they didn't put Kyler Gordon at corner because they thought Stevenson was going to be the future guy, and they were prepping Kyler at nickel. But something happened. I said this a million times, and people kept rolling their eyes at me. But when that freaking shit happened last year versus Washington, it's just been nothing but a roller coaster downslope his entire career. People were done with him. He had a couple of good games here and there, but then he had 4 or 5 horrible games.
It's the consistency that we're looking for. And for whatever reason, Jared Goff and them, they just know how to pick on him.
Yeah.
They just.
Well, he doesn't do good with the speed that the receivers have over there.
He's not a good zone type guy. Really,
right.
either.
So, that's the other thing where in Detroit, where they make him look silly, because they're just running right past them. But to be fair, they did that to all our cornerbacks last year because they were so damn slow. So that's the one thing where I think Ben Johnson he wants his defense to be just as aggressive as he is on offense. And stuff. So,
that's part of the reason we had so many takeaways, because we were aggressive.
When we were blitzing,
Mason White.
No, yeah, and
they was picking on
the reason why Stevenson was on the bench. I know they were saying Stevenson was hurt, but it didn't matter. He was not getting that spot from Wright, and in my opinion, Wright was playing better than Stevenson on that.
Yes, Spectre, I think a cornerback can start seeing ghosts. I do.
If we didn't blitz or get pressure on the quarterback for him to force the ball out quick, Stevenson was a liability because Stevenson was not able to hold coverage.
We agree, JKS. That is the hardest position to play, bar none. Yeah. But you know what? And I'm going to take JJ out of it. But it's harder when you don't to guard in an NFL game, hell, even in a college game, to guard somebody for 3-4 seconds.
Yep.
That's normal. But 5, 6, 7, that's a lifetime.
We had the fewest amount of quarterback pressures last year, and it wasn't even close. We just couldn't.
I don't care about all this speed. The speed sounds great, but you know what? You manipulate speed. That's what tape is for. You find the nuances. You do the double moves. You do the comebacks, and you manipulate speed. Then you just have those guys like Christian Watson that just run the hell past you no matter how fast you are.
But then he possibly carries his MCL.
Yeah, we have to. Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
He's still a cheat code. Hey, man, run to the end zone. I got you.
Yeah. Even Amar St. Brown, too. He runs a slant or dig, or not a dig, but a fade, and like he's just running away.
His whip route is unguardable.
Yeah.
Inside whip or outside whip. It's unguardable. Like we really need to, and I hope these linebackers, can guard the Hawkinsons and Laportas. And remember, Tucker Kraft comes back.
Yeah.
Like he was on some what's my man's name from Arizona? The tight end?
Trey McBride.
He on some Trey McBride type stuff. Like that kid Kraft was cold.
No, I agree. I think the Green Bay's offense seemed like it was moving through the tight end position, almost kind of like how the Bears offense was kind of like that towards the end of the season. It felt like it was moving through close to them.
And you know what? That is something that the design is out. So when you have a Jared Goff with a healthy Laporta now, and they just picked up a tight end. When you have a Kraft coming back to help anchor that Green Bay offense. When you have, and I know you all are not a fan, we'll talk about it later on. When you have a Kyler Murray who is a tight end person because he was throwing to Trey McBride 2 years ago, that becomes cumbersome, and that becomes an issue. So we have to make sure that our DBs are locked in, and we need to get some pressure to help our guys out.
Maybe don't sleep on a guy like Hawkinson, because I know he's coming off of an injury as well, but in the early part of his career, he was a guy on tight end that seemed like he was an up and riser, just like Laporta was, at that position. So I wanted to ask you guys a question real quick that I kind of heard. Allen Robinson was talking on Chicago radio, like maybe sometime last week.
Allen Robinson, receiver, AR-13.
Yes. Does he want to come on the show?
A Bear receiver. I guess he spent a year with Ben Johnson in Detroit there, and he was talking about how his offensive scheme doesn't really kind of focus on the big body X receiver like someone like Rome and whatnot. And he's not a big fan of the 50-50 balls and whatnot. And in his offensive scheme, they're not utilized as much. So that's why they were kind of talking about how that may affect Rome, since he kind of plays a similar position or spot that Allen Robinson kind of did. So,
yeah, but Caleb features Rome. Okay. So Ben Johnson's scheme may not say that Rome. Or it may be more suited for Luther Burden or Colston. But Caleb is going to feature Rome. Is that something that's problematic moving forward?
Yeah. I mean, I think it depends on what the numbers are looking like as far as like when if you're force feeding Rome, is that leading to you throwing interceptions or, your completion percentage, like to start dropping like a rock and stuff. So I think all that kind of comes into play with that as far as just how is the offense looking if you're just hyper focused on Rome.
Games 1 through 7. Would we say the offense was dynamic, pedestrian, or bad? I ain't gonna say pedestrian, mediocre. I'll say dynamic, mediocre, or bad.
Say mediocre. I mean, the one good game.
I'd have to put it in between mediocre.
Really,
dynamic. I'd have to put it between mediocre and dynamic because they were improving every week.
Which is fine.
Good.
Which is fine. But to Kurtis' point, Rome really only had one superstar game out.
Oh, no question about that. Even all those times where he was targeted so much, he still dropped a shitload of balls too. Like, I mean, when he was targeted a lot, he dropped a lot.
Prove it year. I agree, John, as well. It's a big prove it year, especially I think more for Rome than Luther or whatnot. But
Luther's just going into his second year. This is a big season for Rome.
I kind of feel like Luther can play that Amon-Ra St. Brown role.
100%
I really
do. Yeah. 100% he can. And there's nothing wrong with having a 1A and a 1B wide receiver if Rome does turn to that person.
But Rome
love him to be that person.
Cannot play the Jameson Williams role. He can't.
No, he doesn't got the wheels for that. They're two. I mean,
the
not one of them. Luther has more speed than Rome does. Luther has more wiggle than Rome does. Luther has better hands than Rome does. I mean, if I'm going to give Rome anything, maybe he is a slightly better route runner. But I mean, in my opinion, that's just not as important. Luther has way more than Rome does. Way more. Other than the fact that Caleb really likes Rome. And I'm hoping that injury, and I never wish somebody to be injured, but that injury was the best thing last season that could have happened to Caleb Williams, because when Rome went down, Caleb spread that ball around. And even when Rome came back, Caleb still spread that ball around. And that was huge.
Yeah, he's not prime at all. And I get it. JKS, he did. We knew his health issues, but even before that, he wasn't. He was those 6 touchdowns were force fed. It was like every
a
time
lot of them were wide open 2-yard passes, and
every time
we were beautiful.
You could be on a broadcast on Spanish radio, and it would be whatever blah 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 Rome Odunze because Caleb's rolling right Rome. It could be on Israeli TV. Rolling right, Rome. It could be on Italian TV, rolling right, Rome. Everybody knew that once Caleb was rolling right, he was looking for Rome. That was it. Everybody in the world knew that.
Yeah.
He had to stop that to become a better passer. Now, a lot of the drop passes that Rome had, okay, receiver etiquette 101, if it touches your hand, you're supposed to catch it. Cool. However, how many times did he drop the wide open touchdowns? We've seen it, right?
Yeah.
How many times did he drop the wide open first down? We've seen it, right? So we know Rome Odunze's hands are about 60-40 at best, in my opinion, right? So now going into next season, if you know that Colston Loveland and Luther Burden are your money makers, hey, Rome, take a back seat, man, because I got to get this 58.1 completion percentage up to 65. And I got to do that this year.
Not only that, but in gotta have it moments, you're gonna go with you're gonna go with a guy that has the more sure hands. If Colston's been cutting or catching it on the regular more consistently,
it's not even close.
Or even if it's Luther, or even if it's the rookie, regardless of you're just naturally gonna go to that guy when you those gotta have it moments. I mean,
I'll say this, and I'm not being facetious when I say this. Jade Walker has better hands than Rome Odunze.
He came up in those big moments for
As
sure.
of right now,
in the regular
absolutely.
season, but in the preseason, he showed it and did that in the KC game, where he caught the game-winning touchdown in that preseason game. So I mean, and it was able to translate it in a big-time moment in an actual NFL game too. So I mean, he's another one where there's a lot of guys nipping at Rome's heels in the receiving room. Like no one's just handing them that position or thinking like, oh, you were the number 9 pick. You're clearly the guy. Oh, you and Caleb got like a buddy system going on. You're clearly the guy here. It's like, no. If my hands are more dependable, eventually Caleb's going to figure that out.
He's gonna have to. He's gonna be forced to figure it out.
Yeah.
Because now they're gonna start getting in your little headset. Hey, don't you throw the ball to that motherfucker no more.
Yeah, you know, and you know what I find kind of funny, and I know we got to wrap up the show here and we'll button it up, but I always found it kind of funny there towards the end of the season when what happened with DJ and Caleb, the miscommunication, the interception. The whole time, no, we didn't talk about it. We'll address it in the season. Once the season gets going, we'll address it. We'll talk about it. We'll hash it out. No, not going to be able to do that shit at all. It's irrelevant now because he's gone. But
I mean, they did address it.
But just that whole moment there of like, we'll figure it out. We'll talk it. We'll hash it out. Figure it out what happened there. The miscommunication. Who went?
Yeah, I mean, they both came to the table and said that they both had a miscommunication. One person thought he was doing one thing. One person thought he was doing another thing. They said it's over. Move on.
I guess so. I mean, like
Sucks that it happened, but
yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna miss DJ. I'm gonna miss DJ.
Better
like
to say that than not to say it, but yeah. Like I said, at the end of the day,
that somebody in Buffalo will ask DJ Moore about his time here.
And he's gonna say he loved it. I'm sorry, he's gonna. He had a great time here. I mean, even with the great season he had with Justin Fields and the great season we just had this past season, he's not gonna say anything negative. And DJ Moore is never that type.
You know why? Because somebody's gonna bait him and say, "Hey, what do you think you're gonna do here now that you have an actual quarterback?"
I don't think nobody's going to say that.
I don't think anybody's going to say
Josh Allen. They put him on.
I'm not denying that, but nobody is going
to
say
that's something that you would say if you had like a third.
You have an experience.
They're not going to say.
There's no question.
What do you think that you can do now that you got an actual quarterback? Because I don't think that there's not a franchise in the NFL that don't think that Caleb Williams is not an actual quarterback. So. You know, they may ask you what are the differences between them two, something like that, but I don't think they're gonna say what you think you can do that you got an actual quarterback.
All I gotta say is I know
seen them ask questions like that so they can bait him. That's what I'm saying. You ask those questions.
They're not gonna bait him on that.
He's not gonna say anything bad.
They're not gonna bait him on that. They may say something different, but that right there, that's not a bait. That's basically being totally disrespectful to another fucking quarterback, telling like, "Oh yeah, we know your quarterback was ass. So how does it feel to have a real quarterback?"
I mean, if anything, you could say how great of a season he had with Justin Fields, who is now a pure backup quarterback. You can say something like that, but you're not gonna throw somebody like Caleb under the bus like that. And DJ would never do that. He's not dumb enough to get baited to do that either.
I guess it's time to get into these shout outs.
Let's get them shout outs.
Who's going first?
All right, I'll go first. Shout out to first and foremost, you know what, your guys' White Sox. Why not? What the hell?
Yeah, they're blowing it right now. Though. They just gave up 3-run homer in.
They
4-run homer or just 3 runs?
A fucking 3-run double.
Shout out to King John Bravo.
King John, you're on fire, man. We
appreciate super chats. You know, thank you. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat and came in and chimed in with us and checked this out. Want to give a shout out to my beautiful wife. I know Foulmouth gave a shout out to his wife last week, and my wife's kind of like, man, that's really nice that he does that. Like, it'd be nice if I could get some love like that too. So I mean, you know, here you go. There's your flowers, babe. So shout out to Mrs. Kamish there. Shout out to T. Nick for keeping the lights running over here at the clubhouse and stuff. And then I want to give Mr. Bakes a lot. Yeah, thanks for coming in.
To the party, bud.
Yeah, better late than never. And then I just want to give a quick little reminder to everybody in the clubhouse there. When it comes to week 1, come check us out over at the Staley. We will have Foulmouth, we'll have JB, we'll have Frank the Tank, T. Nick, and some others there to watch game 1 and kind of kick it off in style. We'll have some T-shirts there to be given away of ours from Neon Peacock. He was also the one that was able to put together that new countdown video. I'm sure you guys, if you were with us in the beginning, saw the new countdown video, but here's some new shirts and some other shirts that you can find there over at Neon Peacock. He does have a sale, I believe, still going on. But these are some of the shirts that you'll be getting there if you come check us out, watch the game with us. Maybe answer some simple questions as far as like, hey, who predicts the score of the first quarter? Who's closest to it? You know, who's final score of the game or whatnot? Wins a T-shirt or even a koozie as well. Stuff that I got that will have some similar stuff like that on there. So shout out to Neon Peacock for getting that all together with us with the shirts and the videos and the intro videos and the countdown videos and all that. So really appreciate that. So, and then shout out to you guys this evening. Always a blast to do the show with you guys, produce the show for you guys, and occasionally jump on and chop it up with you guys. So appreciate it. I'm out.
All right, it's on me. Yeah, like how Foul said, it's a dark days, man. We don't really have too much.
Shout out to Bogey for that.
Got to give White Sox still a shout out. They're playing well above expectations right now. A non-shout out to the Cubs, who are just playing like absolute dog shit and tearing apart all Chicago Cubs fans right now. 10 straight. That's not good for somebody who is pretty much a title contender. You're supposed to be contending, so this is not good news for you.
Damn.
You know what? Shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes, who were up 2-1 against the last shitty-ass team from Canada in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So I got to give them their bread. You know, I always got to give my love. You know, fuck Canada. Other than that, you know, I do got to give a shout out. My little guy Logan. Everybody knows my guy. Everybody knows my guy Logan. What? You know him. What? Funny. Wish I was doing that to myself. But when it comes down to him, he did just get asked to join or try out for a travel league team for next year's season because of his starting pitching. So he's pretty excited about that. He is going to go try out. And I told him, I was like, hey, it's a totally different ball game. You play 15 games in the summer season here. Travel league, you play up to 48 to 50 games. So got a lot of baseball that you need to do, but he loves it. He wants to do it. So I got to give him his bread that he wants to do that. He is currently on a 6-game hitting streak. He hit a bases loaded triple in his last game to keep his hitting streak together. So he's hot. His pitching is, I mean, he leads the league in ERA. He's only at a 0.9 ERA throughout his entire season. He leads the league in strikeouts as well. So he's killing it. So I got to give him his bread and give him his shout outs. Every single day he's out there pitching, practicing. Other than that, a shout out to the Bears. Season's coming close. This shout out to all these crybabies who have to talk shit about Kyler Gordon because he has cramps. Like, shut the fuck up. Other than that, I got nothing else. Shout out to you guys as well. Tuesdays, always fun to come on and chop it. Even if we got nothing to talk about, we always will find something to talk about. And that's all I got, though. Hey, one more thing. A dish shout out. Did you guys watch that New York Knicks Cleveland Cavaliers series at all?
Man.
It was the most embarrassing effort I have ever seen from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, I never see them hustle. I guess if you have James Harden on your team.
They got James Harden on the team. I was just about to say.
You don't ever see them hustle. They're not playing defense. They just gave up after they lost that game.
They followed their leader. They followed their leader in James Harden. The effort.
That's all mine, JB. All you, bud.
Well, shout out to you fellas especially, and a special shout out to you, Frank. Happy birthday. You know, clap it up for Frank the Tank for his birthday.
Cheers.
39.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Last
sir.
year, 30.
Another special shout out. I have 2 nieces. They're twins, my baby twins. Kayla and Kendall are graduating 8th grade tomorrow from St. George Elementary School in Midlothian. I want to give them a shout out. You girls tomorrow. You have definitely done your mother proud. She's definitely in heaven looking down on you guys and proud of you guys. So let's keep up the good work. Can't wait to see you guys walk across that stage tomorrow. Just shout out to just having a great summer.
Thank you.
We're going to manifest. Fal and I were able to, enjoy some good times. And we just want Chicago to be safe in the summer, but let's start manifesting it now. Let's just stop. I ain't even gonna call it the violence no more. Just stop the bullshit. That's all it is. Shout out to the Cubs because even though they're reeling, they're still a Chicago team. Shout out to the Sky. Kid Jackson with that ACL injury. I'm gonna need you guys to pull it together. Skyler, come on, save us, baby, save us. Shout out to the White Sox, Money Murakami. Shout out to him. And I will dive into the chat, starting with Jana Dominguez. Thank you, Jana, for chiming in. We appreciate the love.
Mrs. Kamish, thank you.
Mrs. Kamish. Unc was in early enough, and Lorenzo Clemens, we thank you. Frank O'Dowd, I think I know that guy. Hey, Logan and Leah, nephew and niece, thank you for chiming in. We love you, children. Jatanya, one of the Chicago Clubhouse members, chimed in. Roma Dunze's dad. Thank you, Roma Dunze's dad. Ron Winarski. Thank you for chiming in. Easy does it. I don't know where Easy has been, but Easy actually chimed in. I haven't seen or heard from Easy. It felt like months. TTNL Runaway chiming in. He says, and I always have to read TTNL. The TTN, what numb shizzle losers were tearing Kyler apart. It's OTA'S. Nobody cares. That show is such morons. No wonder they love the Capitals. Oh,
I think that's
they're
a
talking
Kaplan
about
joke.
Cap.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah,
Cap joke. Yeah, I was trying to read that too, and I think they're just really trying not to have swears in here, so it goes through. So,
hey, but forget Cap. I mean, he don't know what he's talking about any damn way. There you go. FGD Bear Down. Thank you for chiming in. We appreciate it. My man Darth Spector came in. We appreciate that, Darth Spector. Seth Rollins Bears Down chimed in.
Sox lost 5-3.
It's over.
Damn. Yeah, lost, man.
Okay. Al Bundy, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate the love, Al. Chicago Clubhouse #1 Bears fan, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate it. Caleb BJ Loveland, thank you for chiming in. We appreciate it. Good, better, does BJ. We definitely appreciate you for chiming in. Shout out of the night goes to John King Bravo Stocktone. John JKS as we call him. On point. Love everything you're doing. Very engaged. We appreciate it. My man AC Adam chimed in. Thank you, AC. We appreciate the love. And then let's see, we had a lot of repeat with some good banter in the back. We appreciate that. And finally, hold on, I lost my tab. Oh, the super chat. So for JKS, thank you again for the super chats. There were 2 super chats from JKS. We appreciate you. Then Unc came on and switched to YouTube. We appreciate that as well.
Yes, we do.
And Mr. Bakes a lot. That's who chimed in late. So Mr. Bakes a lot, thank you for chiming in. And then if we know, I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it, fellas. Short porch home run tonight with the chat. We'll take it. Shout out to any other family that we may have watching. If you are back and you are watching the show but did not comment, we appreciate the views, but you are officially known as a
L for love. Good times.
Good times.
It's always good.
Lurker. L for love and L for lurker. I also wanted to give a special shout out to T Nick and promote The Shy, of which I believe is premiering soon. T Nick is in a few episodes of The Shy this final season. So whenever The Shy comes out, please check it out, because one of our very own, T Nick, appears in The Shy. Always good to have that love and everything that guy does for the show. Shout out to SB and crew. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to Cameron. My son's watching. And anybody else who we have watching, we really, really, really appreciate it. Especially in these dog days, we appreciate that somebody wants to listen to our foolishness, right? Even if it is 2 hours of political talk. We turned from a sports show to CNN. But it's okay.
I mean, the love doctor was in the house up there too, preaching about it.
We're just trying to get the Bears to stay in town. That's all.
There you go. And I want to give a special shout out to Dr. Annette Love as we're ending May with Mental Health Awareness Month. They do a lot of mental health awareness things, and they also shout us out on their podcast called When the Bras Come Off. I want to shout out Dr. Annette Love and their crew. So if you go on YouTube, please check them out. They definitely do shout us out, and they appreciate us shouting them out with collaboration. So if you need to get some real life mental health, please check them out. Last but not least, if we only have one person watching, we know who that is. That's the podcast mom, y'all. Most affectionately known as Miss Sandra Bynum Home. Thank you, lady. See you tomorrow.
All right, that's a great shout out, fellas. First of all, I want to send a shout out to the entire comment section. everybody that tuned in. Thank you all for tuning in to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. Remember, it costs absolutely nothing to like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. You know, tell your mama, tell your pa, tell your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your sister. I don't know if I said that already. Shit, tell your neighbors, tell your sad dude, tell your sad girl, tell the pimp that owns the streets. Damn. Tell the hoe that's walking them. Tune in. Damn. And like and subscribe to the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast. I want to give a shout out to you fellas. JB, who's promoting Moore's beer. Frank the Tank, the super producer, the Crooked Commish, Cub fan lover. I want to shout out to our boy T. Nick. Shout out to our boy Mr. Chicago that couldn't come on tonight. Shout out to the whole entire Chicago Clubhouse Network. Shout out to all of those guys and gals. I want to give them all a shout out. Shout out to all the Chicago sports teams. Shout out to the city of Chicago. I'll make this real quick. Special shout out to Frank the Tank, the birthday boy. Shout out to him.
You know,
Frank said he's getting closer to 50. Shout out to him. Oh, I want to give a shout out to the kiddies. Shout out to my son that's here. He came in from the Navy. He'll be leaving right back out tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, he came in for his sister's graduation. Shout out to her. Shout out to the middle child, Hermione, for going on prom and her graduation. She will be attending Xavier University in Louisiana come fall. Not feel like making that drive down there. Yeah.
I tell you.
Man, I do not feel like making that damn drive up. Somebody got to do it. Shout out, like I said, to all the kiddies. Shout out to baby Ricky and shout out to my gorgeous wife. Shout out to her as well. So, with all that being said, for the super producer, the Crooked Commish, Frank the Tank, JB, I'm your boy Foul. Hey, good night and God bless, and we out.
You got to decide whether you're a wolf or a sheep.
Bye.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.
This has been a production.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.
But I need another drink.
And now it's all